Hey everyone, welcome back to another Path of Excel 2 market analysis video. So if you're totally new to these kinds of videos, or you want to have absolutely no hassle anymore with investing your currency correctly, I highly recommend that you check out our Discord server in the video description and you look at the fund info channel right here, where it's basically explained how we have implemented a fund in Path of Excel 2, where you basically just put your currency towards, you let it grow, and you then take your profit. So we do this currency increase by increasing the total value of the fund, and we will do that by looking at the analysis that I'm also going to be explaining for today. And as an example, if you invested 100 divines and it grows to 120, after fees you receive 115.6. There is currently around 2,176 total divines invested into the fund. And for you guys that have invested in the 19th of May or on the 20th of May, so that is today, I want to tell you that we have been holding divines. So we haven't invested our divines in anything really, we have just been holding them. So the increase has been 0%, but if we look at the analysis in a minute, you'll see why we did that and how this was actually good and how we can now invest that for the 20th of May, 21st of May, that being tomorrow, to make an increase in the fund value. So to get to the analysis part, by the way, this Excel document is also going to be in the video description, though I recommend that you download it, since otherwise you cannot see these beautiful lines, since Google Doc cannot really animate those. So to look at the analysis now, we can see that the divine, from having decreased in relative value to everything else, having now increased in relative value to everything else. And since this line that you see right here is not necessarily the relative increase in comparison to also how all the other currencies increased in price or decreased in price, right? This line being above the 100% line is even better than it would just be without the context of all of these kind of having dropped a bit now. So the first thing that we want to invest for, starting for tomorrow, so the 21st of May, so you guys also get your profit continuing on, will be the omen of dextral annul. So if I manage to actually hover over these graphs, yeah, like this, you can see that this is the graph for the omen of dextral annul. And it has basically decreased in value. I think I need to stop saying basically. I'm saying it so often. But yeah, it has decreased in value. And every time that this has decreased in value, especially if everything else has been going up in value, it has been undervalued and will go up in value. So we have increased our percentage invested to 30% or around 30%. You can see that right here. Yeah, 28.9% of total stash to be invested into the omen of dextral annul. And for the rest of the stash, we'll simply be keeping divines, because divines are going to continue on increasing in value, since this decrease, this big decrease that you can see right here, has never happened before. As you can see in the graph right here, the orange line has never dropped the 100% line, and this means that the divine has not only lost relative value to everything else, but it has decreased in its own sense, right? So that means that there's practically no chance to have it decrease again, since the divine has never decreased so much or had any decrease at all in the past, right? This decrease is a total first. So yeah, we're going to hold on to a lot of divines. So around 70% are going to be kept in divines. There's some negligible currency that has also been invested into other things. So for example, in Exalted and Chaos, which simply happened because we didn't have, we couldn't exchange them properly to divines, right? But they make up about 0% of stash. right? So it's not really that bad, right? So yeah, that's about it for the analysis. Buy yourself some omens of dextral null and wait for the update tomorrow. And I hope you enjoyed this analysis again. If you want to check out the investment fund, as mentioned, go in the video description and look at the link for the Discord server. Join the Discord server. You can also see a lot of different other strategies right here. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. If you stayed until the end, so if you stayed until now, statistics say that you are one of 5% that watched these videos to the end. So I want to thank you guys extra much for supporting me so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.